It's kind of tough to pick what my favorite track off the new album is, but I've got a couple favorites. I'd say What Country Is something that's really one of my more favorite ones on the album, and I really like Drinking Beer and Wasting Bullets. I felt like it was a kind of an edgy song anyway, and the fact that my label, let me go on and kind of record it and kind of step out there on the limb was a pretty cool experience to be able to record it. So those are kind of my two favorites. So. Yeah, I've got a lot of songs out there just from years of writing in town, and have actually got some cuts on some other artists that are out there right now. But we're always, any song that I'm writing that doesn't feel like it's something that would work for me is always something that I would be willing to pitch. So maybe there'll be another Good Directions out there for me, around the corner. So. Performing at my high school for the first time in quite a while was a really surreal experience, and yeah, I mean, we had a lot of friends, a lot of family there, and to be able to put 3,000-4,000 people in my high school football stadium was just an amazing experience for me, and it was crazy to see the line of people backed up to the highway, and all the I used to go there for football games, and the parking lots were full for football games, so it was pretty cool to fill up the parking lots, and it was me doing a show. Oh, the last song I downloaded on my iPod was, I guess that, I think George Strait's new album. I'm a big fan of the Twain song, and I went on there, and my iPod, I kind of hadn't been using an iPod lately, so I finally bought a new iPod Touch, and it had been in my bag for like 6 months, and I never did anything with it. So finally, I downloaded all my songs on it, and George Strait would have been was the last stuff that went on it. Toothpaste, definitely. Peanut butter and Miller Lite. I've gotten this question a lot. I've always would have loved to have had an opportunity. I would love to have an opportunity to sing something with Dolly at some point. I've always been a huge fan of hers. I mean, that's another hard question too. I mean, to any of my big influences like George Strait or Alan Jackson, to be able to pair up with any of those guys at some point would be. There's a lot of them out there, but as far as right off the top of my head, I've kind of always said Dolly on this question. Me and Dirk spent a lot of time hanging out, and Dirk's always had great advice. Just kind of keep yourself healthy out on the road, and try to get as much sleep as you can. It gets pretty busy and pretty hectic out here. So, if you get wrapped up in being what this is, being a country music singer, and kind of partying at if you play at a bar every night, but you party in the bar every night, it can wear on the old body. So make sure you try to just get some rest out there and be prepared for each show, the best you can. Definitely my favorite way to relax is definitely take a fishing trip, or certainly spend some time with Bo and Caroline. If I can mesh the two and do it all at the same time, that's obviously a perfect situation too. But as far as my hobby, fishing is kind of my biggest hobby, and like I said, playing around with Bo in the yard. My life has changed a lot since Bo was born. It's just a whole different experience being a father. You come home and I kind of learn the new stuff that he's learned, and it just makes you focus more, makes you appreciate what I work for out here, and it makes me want to work harder to make a better life for him in the long run. And life's just changed leaps and bounds since I think it's kind of a rebirth when you have a child. There's the time before you have the child and the time after, and it just changes you in so many ways and levels. And but all for the better. There's nothing like coming home and having him waiting on me. medium rare, so, and from Longhorn.